did our mental, we did our mental work. This is the most important part. Lately, I haven't been able to sleep because I'm so anxious all the time. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to fulfill my dreams. The most important part. I'm not gonna stay stuck at my home and keep doing this cycle, this vicious cycle of, pain and misery and all this other, bullshit, really, because that's what it is. And it's time to take control. How I'm gonna make it to Thailand, how I'm gonna even make it to become a professional. I don't know where my training right now is leading me. I don't know how to take my next step. All I know right now is that I just have to do the work right now and figure it along the way. But as I say that, just a wave of anxiety just overcomes me. And it's just unbearable. It's an unbearable weight where I just don't know where to go. I don't know what direction to take. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm standing. All I know is, again, like what I want, what I like. I really enjoy doing this, pursuing this dream. I really enjoy Muay Thai and the training. I miss sparring so much. I miss being in a gym. It's been really hard after having to leave both gyms where I started at, and I just miss it. I miss being able to have that resource, and just I want to grow. I really want to grow, and I know that I need that right now. And right now it's just me and my coach. It's just the two of us. It's what it's come down to, and it's like I don't really mind it. Like, it's cool. He really pushes me a lot, and he's made me grow a ton. I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for him at this point. And I know this isn't gonna last forever, right? And I have to, again, find my path, find my way. But right now, this is what we have. This is what I have. And I'm just trying to keep maintaining my training and not giving up. That's the most important part, not giving up, because I have so many times, almost every day is the same thing, is this vicious cycle of just depression, anxiety, and I'm trying to stay disciplined. Not really, I'm trying to stay motivated as well, but it's not really about motivation. It's about staying focused. That was the word I was looking for. Staying focused, and not losing that, not losing hope. Because I'm a very logical person, right? I can see things most people can't, and I can see it very clearly. I can see the direction in where I'm heading and see that it's leading me nowhere. But the problem is, I can't see what I need to do most of the times. Like, I can see the situation pretty clear. I can grasp it. I can understand what's going on most of the times, but I don't know how to apply it to myself, how to come up with a solution, or again, an answer, a path. And one of my main struggles right now is with my stretching. I'm 36 years old right now. I just had my birthday a couple of days ago, on the 2nd. If you're on my channel, you can see I've made videos before, my birthday videos, but yeah, I haven't made one of those in a while. And most of my life, I haven't really done much exercise and stretches. I was always an active kid back then, but again, throughout the life, and taking so many hits, and just being depressed overall, because the depression accumulates over time. So many events, so many things happen, and the lack of events as well, the lack of things happening, and it just keeps on accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. And as I get older, it hasn't stopped. Really, it hasn't stopped, and it's gotten to a point where it's so big and so heavy, right? The pressure, the feeling is so heavy that I literally can't sleep. And again, my main struggle right now, well, I have a lot of struggles actually with my cardio and whatnot, but my main struggle when I'm focusing mainly right now, my training, is my stretching, because I was an active kid, but throughout the years and as I've accumulated the depression, I've just become this tired person. That's the best way I can describe it. I've just become this tired person, I've lost that excitement for life. I've lost that energy. I've lost that kid inside me, that just joy for life, if I were to say it. And today, as I was training, I figured this out. Like, I noticed this. I noticed it even more, how much it affects me. Because I needed to do a drill, right? Just moving with my legs, practicing my legs and footwork. And my coach was telling me that I needed to move faster because I was doing it too slow. And I was just telling, I'm still haven't gotten the coordination down. Well, as I finished the session, the round, that's when I realized, because I saw him doing it again and we were talking. And I thought about being a kid, and being hyper, and you're like fucking all over the fucking place. You know what I'm saying? And that's when it clicked. I was like, oh, wait. I've been putting a limiter on myself, right? I've been putting a limiter on myself. Again, I need to bring that kid back, that energy, that hype, that excitement. Just be able to, move efficiently, elegantly, but with energy. Like really not holding back, not thinking, oh, I'm too old, or I'm too tired, or I'm not strong enough, I'm not fast enough, I'm not good enough. Fuck that. No. We don't need that. We don't need that. And again, as I say, I get it, but it's hard. It's hard to remember this. It's hard to really apply it and keep pushing through, especially when the training is just so slow. I mean, the progress of the training is so slow. And for my case specifically, because I spent a lot of years counter training, right? And I think that's what happens, like, with most people, right? And there's this misconception of, oh, it's just because you're old, it's because you're getting older. That could be a factor, yes, but most of the times is the counter training that we do, our lifestyles. We spend our lives, most of our lives, just sitting down and not really moving, not really doing much, and we get accustomed to that, even mentally, like not just physically, not just our bodies get accustomed to that motionless lifestyle, right? Almost motionless. But our minds as well. We get accustomed to that. And we think running is this, most of us, right? I used to think that running was this, oh, that's you gotta be fit to run. No, you don't have to be that fit. You just have to, again, start practicing it and know how to breathe. Because unless you're running, unless you're sprinting, right? Like, let's say jogging, right? Let's say jogging. Because running, it can be misinterpreted. But jogging, maintaining a pace, a nice solid pace where you can keep breathing. It's almost like you're walking, basically. So you can keep jogging for a long time and a long distance. And it's really not that straining on your body and on your cardio. And that's me saying it. I've been smoking for so long, and that was one of the things I was most intimidated, was the running and jogging. But ever since I started doing it on my own over here at my home, outside of my coach or the gym, I realized, like, wait a minute, I can do this. I can do this. I can actually do this. And it was like I unlocked a new skill, right? I leveled up, and now I'm playing a different game now. The field, the game has changed. I have new possibilities, right? But again, coming back to the stretching, my lifestyle, as I said, has been pretty much a counter training. What I mean by counter training is that I've done the opposite of being mobile and, flexible. So now I have to do twice, triple, even 4 times, 5 times the work, 10 times the work. Not just because of my age, right? But because of the accumulated counter training that I've done. I'm pretty strong in the counter stuff. Like, I'm weak. I'm very weak. And I've trained myself unconsciously, subconsciously, to be weak, right? Because of this shitty lifestyle, this bad lifestyle. And I get frustrated a lot because of that, the progress is extremely slow. So unless I push and push and push and push and push even harder, progress is still gonna be slow, because I need to, again, do so much work to compensate for all that time. But there has been progress. When I first started the split training, I could barely, really open my legs. But I've progressed a little bit. I've reached kind of a plateau. Not really. I've reached multiple plateaus which I've been able to break, but it just feels like I keep hitting this wall, and it's intimidating. But now that I think about it, and now as I say it, wait a minute, but I've been through this before. And there's a system I use with the machine, because I bought a split machine to help with my training and with my coach. My coach loves that machine. He loves to torture me with that machine. But we have a system and we count the rotations, right? And at first, I could barely get to 12 rotations, right? And my max, like max, where I'm like, I can't really push any more than this, was 16. That was my first plateau, or 15. Around there. It was one of my first. Actually, no, 12. 12 was my first plateau. 12 was my first plateau. I could barely make it to 12. And then I just kept doing it, kept training it, kept practicing. Not as much as I could have, right? And then the next plateau was 15, 14, right? And then I made it to 16. And at that point, I'm like, yeah, I can't make it past the 16. And it took a lot of pain, to make it to 17. And then at 17, I remember I was like, I gotta change this approach, right? Because I was starting to realize some things about, again, this counter training. And I needed to make peace with the fact that it's like, look, I'm not gonna be able to do like Van Damme in the movies and get the split in overnight, right? With just one training session. This is going to take time. It's going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort. And I changed my approach. I changed my strategy. I started to do more research as well, looking up more information. And a lot of people, what they said was like, you just have to stay in position as long as you can. Stay in that position as long as you can, at your max. You don't need to strain yourself too much, and just slowly over time, your body will start to get used to it. Your body will start to feel that it's, again, in a comfortable place, in a safe place, and it triggers your defense mechanism. I'm not really smart for these terms or these kinds of things, but I get the logic, right? Again, you need to slowly ease into it, and you will get accustomed to it. It's just like doing push-ups, right? If you can only do 5 push-ups or 2 push-ups, keep doing that. Eventually, right? Like, let's say if you do 2 push-ups every day for a week, and then on the second week, you'll see that you'll be able to do more than 2 push-ups. Maybe you'll be able to do 4 or 5. Who knows? Maybe you will be able to do fucking 10. It doesn't matter how big the progress is, as long as you see those small increments, right? As long as you see something, then you're on your way. And give yourself time as well, right? And that's what I was telling myself, and I've started with that training as well. Like, okay, let me just stay like this and whatever. And when I got another training session with my coach, because we did like a hell week for stretching, right, where I was just bringing the machine every day, and we were just really pushing it. And I remember I was again at that plateau at 16, 17, and I just, at one point, I got so frustrated because it was like, man, I'm doing the training, I'm doing it almost every day in my house, and I'm seeing almost no progress. And I think part of it was because I was being a little bit too comfortable. I wasn't really pushing myself a little bit more. And at that point, I decided to switch up the training again. And what I did was combine the two, right? The two concepts. Really push myself, but try to be as consistent as I can. So I can't really push myself to 2 extremes, just push myself enough where I can keep pushing, keep being consistent. And eventually I've been able to make it to 19, and I think I made it to 20 rotations at one point, right? Right now, I can comfortably make it to 16 rotations. That's like my base. And then from there, what I usually do is I do like 3 rounds or 4 rounds of stretching and try to do maybe 2 or 3 minutes, right? In each position. So at first, I start with 16 rotations. And as I'm finishing the round, I step up the rotations. So as I'm going through the half of a round, a minute past or a minute and a half, I step it up to 17 rotations and then stay like that and stay relaxed. Then in the second round, I go ahead and jump to 17 rotations as well. And start from there, and then as a minute or 2 minute passes, I slowly start to go back, start to go up to 18 rotations. And then rinse and repeat. Then I try to start at 18 rotations. If it's too much, I back up at 17, stay at 17, and again go to 18. And then as I'm finishing the round, like in the last 15 seconds, 20 seconds, I push to 19 rotations, and I stay there as much as I can. The round finishes, and I start to slowly back up. And it's been working. The progress has been slow, and there's times where I'm really sore, like today, and I'm trying to again, go down, open as much as I can, and I just can't. I can't open. I can barely. And it's frustrating because it's like, man, I thought I'm doing progress, and I know I am. I just have to keep consistent. Keep consistent. I'm very far from where I want to be, where I need to be, but I just made a realization. I know what I need to do, at least for the intermediate, right? For like the closest thing. I don't know for like the big picture, right? For like how am I gonna get the money? How am I gonna get this? How am I gonna get that? How am I gonna do that? But what I do know is that for my training, I need to be consistent. I need to keep being consistent. I know that eventually I'll be able to reach the split. I'll be able to get those kicks and really get my body back, my flexibility back, and even further than how I was, even better, stronger. It's just gonna take time and a lot of work, but most importantly, consistency. And I can see that now. The only problem is that I can't really see anything else. The solution for everything else. Again, what I do for money, right? Because being broke is tough. It's really tough. Because it's a paralyzing feeling, because you want to move, you want to do this, you want to do that, but you can't. That's one of the main reasons why I haven't joined a gym, because I don't really have the resources right now for it. And at least I have, my coach, and I'm able to train a couple of days a week, because I'm training almost every day here. I'm trying to get back to my schedule. And yeah, one of the things I've been doing now is, since I can't sleep because of all this anxiety, of all this pressure, and all this, all these feelings, I've been just waking up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning and go running. I'm literally doing the David Goggins. And it's been amazing, because it gives me such a euphoric feeling. You know, he really is right. When you're there that hour, you know, grinding, going through this, running, and all you can think about is, you know, you see around, all the lights are off, nobody's out in the street, everybody's sleeping, and you're out here, you know, putting in the work. And you don't really have to go through that extremes. It's just for me, as I told my coach, like, you don't understand, like, my life, like, my situation has been so bad that it's just pushed me to this point, you know. And as I was doing it, the feeling again was so euphoric, was so, I can't explain it. It's just, for the first time, I felt like I was in control. Finally, I felt good. You know, I felt good. And the irony was that, you know, I did an hour of running, and I come back home and I do an hour of, you know, session, you know, strength training. And afterwards, as the day, you know, starts pretty much, everything, the routine, I'm just miserable. And it's funny to me because I'm supposed to be more miserable at 4 o'clock in the morning going through that work, but I'm actually not. I'm more miserable when I'm not in that place, in that situation. For example, today, I didn't wake up at 4 o'clock because I wanted to take a break. I've been doing it this whole week. Yesterday, I literally went to the beach and ran the whole beach, and it was amazing. But today, I was like, you know what? I want to rest. I just want to sleep. And you do need that, you know, because I'm still not used to that high level. I'm doing it every day still, but I need to give myself, you know, time as well to let my body adjust, not overkill myself. But again, I had my training session at 10 o'clock in the morning, so it wasn't that bad. But that morning when I woke up, I was so miserable, and I was regretting, like, oh, I should have woken up, and I should have ran, and I should have done, you know, my thing, because of that hour is just so peaceful. It's so peaceful, and it feels so nice, and I can just be by myself. And it's so funny, like, I caught myself, it's like, wow, why do I want to be in that position again? Why do I want to be at 4 o'clock running, doing this work, instead of, you know, staying in bed, waking up, being lazy and all this stuff? It's like poison to me. And not that you always have to be active working out. It's just, again, what I'm going through, because I'm not waking up and not doing these things to be miserable here. Like, if you're having a good time, then at least, right? But I'm not having a good time. But I was, when I was waking up at 4 o'clock and running and putting in the work. And again, like, it's so hard for me because I don't even know if all this work is actually going to lead me anywhere. Like, I know it's going to make me stronger physically and I can develop my skills, but it's not going to make me money directly. I don't know yet. So it's more of a psychological battle. But again, if you don't put in the work, then you're guaranteed a loss. It's a guaranteed loss. If you put in the work, you're not guaranteed the win, right? Your goals. If I put in the work, it doesn't guarantee that I'll be able to fight, that I'll be able to become a professional, that I'll be able to go to Thailand. But if I don't, then it's a guaranteed loss.